All right, y'all, good morning. We're gonna go fishing this morning to the Warmouth hole. Throw a beetle spin or two. We're gonna be taking along a little bit of equalization this morning. That place is Cottonmouth Central. So y'all just stick around and we'll see y'all when we get to the creek. All right, y'all, we made it to the creek. Like I said in the intro, I got me a stick with me, but it's kind of got some metal stuck to it. Uh-oh, big spider web. I hate them worse than I do cottonmouth. We looking for one. It's a little bit cool this morning for some odd reason, but I'm glad. I got a crawfish on a Ned rig I'm gonna fish, plus I got a 16-ounce beetle spin. I know you can't tell it with this camera because it brightens thing up, but it is dark down in here. Anyway, I'm gonna throw this Ned rig first because I know if there's a hungry warmouth in there somewhere, he's gonna tap that. That's what it looks like right there. Let's grab this and ease up here on this bank. Whoa, my foot just brushed across the stick. I know y'all saw, I don't know if the camera showed it or not, but I jumped 10 foot high. Oh, mercy. Man, this creek has really fell out. Doggone. There ain't much water left here. Let me stand that up right there. Oh Lord, I hear a mosquito in my ear. I did not spray before I left home. We probably make this a quick trip right here. There's a bite. There's a fish. Got it now. There he is. Oh, that's a nice bass. Look at that. First cast with that crawfish. He couldn't stand that. Look at that. Oh, he's digging. Come out of there. I'm gonna mess around and lose that fish. I mean, right off of the bat. Just hold on, little buddy. Let me get my glasses on, and we'll release you. Boy, he is barely hooked. Y'all hear me? I'll have to kind of jimmy rig that back on there. There he is. It's a pretty little bass. Pretty little bass. Let's ease him back in there. There you go, little buddy. I moved it one time and he jumped right on it. There we go. That little crawfish on there is about the color of these little crawfish that hang around these creeks. Go on, mosquito. Lighting all in my eyeballs. I'm constantly looking around me. I ain't even watching my line. I feel a lot of rock. We'll mess around and get hung up. Maybe an old warmouth will grab it right there. All right. Oh, mercy, did y'all see that? He did grab it. Boy, he knocked the far out of it. There he is. There he is. Got him. Just like I told y'all, old warmouth. They love them little baits right there. That little old weed guard on there, I normally take them off. I didn't on this one. Ah, doggone. He ain't the biggest one I ever caught in here, but he is a beautiful one. Look at that. I'm gonna grab me a picture of that one. If I can get my dad blame phone to work. There it goes. All right there, little buddy, we sure appreciate it. Looking pretty good this morning, people. That's 2 for 2 just about. Doggone these mosquitoes. I mean, they everywhere. They are everywhere. I'm gonna throw up there one more time in that little spot. And then we'll take that little beetle fin back there downstream there, just a little piece of fish yet. I can't fish this bait back there. I'll lose it right off the bat. They just too much stuff under the water back there. And that weed guard on there does what it's supposed to. It keeps weeds off of it, not logs and limbs. All right, y'all, let's ease back there with that little beetle fin on that $10 rod and reel. I got another pole up there on the truck with a 10-inch worm on there. We probably gonna try that over yonder at Persimmon Creek. Let me grab my little friend. Make sure she got one in the pipe. I'm gonna cut this camera off, people, and I'll be right back with y'all. All right, y'all, I'm near about to where I about stepped on that one the other day. Woo, these mosquitoes. Boy, this swamp's full of mosquitoes this morning. I am gonna have to make this quick. Let me lean this right there. I've called myself looking real good right here. I hadn't saw nothing. Go on, mosquito. These mosquitoes are tearing my arms up. Dark down in here. Woo! If I could throw that Ned rig in here and get away with it, I guarantee you I could pull another warmouth out right here. But I'm not gonna chance losing it. I'm gonna have to paint that little beetle bug on this lure right here black. I just really hadn't had no success with this lure with that white grub on there. I need to paint it black. I couldn't find no black ones. All they had was white ones that small. There's a fish right there. There's a warmouth. Yeah, nice one too. That's way bigger than the one I caught a while ago. Nice little warmouth. That's a beautiful male right there. There we go. Hold on, little buddy. He ain't much bigger than that other one, but it is a little bit bigger. We're gonna let him go. Might get me a picture of him while I got him in my hands. All right there, little buddy, thank you for the catch. Your lucky day. Good thing I ain't out for catfish bait. You'd be in a bucket right now. I reckon if you throw at them enough with it, they'll. Get tired of looking at it and hit it. That's gonna about do it on this spot. We're gonna stop by Persimmon Creek with that big worm and try to find us an old bass in there. I'm running it about as slow as I can. All right, y'all. We're gonna ease on over toward Persimmon Creek, and we'll catch back up with y'all when we get over there. All right, y'all, when I got here, I fished the other side over there where you can walk down and get close to the water. And I didn't even turn my camera on. I said, well, if I get one hooked up, I'll turn the camera on, but I didn't even get a bite over there. This place has actually been kind of slack since last summer, sure has. We're gonna give it a try on this side over here. I got that big tequila worm on there, made by Cupper. Y'all let me fix the camera for y'all. Hold on. Oh, you can't see looking out through the wood there. You wanna be seeing that water down there. Make sure I'm tightened up all the way, because you get one on right here, you're gonna need to be getting them up out of there. Ain't no wind yet today so far. That's a deadly worm right there when it gets hot weather. That and that Zoom June bug red, 10-inch. There's a bite. Got the fish right there. God dang, pulled it out of his mouth. Dang. He had it moving off with it. Might have been a real little one. Throw up our close to them black bear briar. Well, we did get a bite here. That's encouraging. I'm gonna try one more cast. Right over there. Woo. That idiot right there needs to slow down. All right, y'all. That's gonna do it for this video. I appreciate y'all tagging along with me this morning, and we'll catch y'all on the next one. Everybody have a wonderful day.